The evolution of the first friendly NPC in video games. The history of video games is marked by numerous innovations, with the introduction of the non-player character, NPC, being a pivotal moment. NPCs have evolved from rudimentary figures to complex characters, shaping the interactive experiences that define modern gaming. This essay explores the origins and evolution of the first friendly NPCs, highlighting the significant milestones and the games that set these precedents. Defining the friendly NPC. An NPC, by definition, is a character within a game that is not controlled by a player. In the context of friendly NPCs, these characters are designed not as adversaries but as entities that aid or interact positively with the player. They range from simple, non-interactive characters to complex figures capable of engaging in elaborate dialogues and assisting in gameplay. Early instances of friendly NPCs. The earliest examples of NPCs in video games can be traced back to text-based adventures and early role-playing games, RPGs. One of the first notable instances was in the Plato Network's version of Dungeons & Dragons around 1974. While the NPCs in these early games were rudimentary, offering limited interaction, they laid the groundwork for the concept of friendly characters within video games. Another significant milestone was Adventure, also known as Colossal Cave Adventure, developed by Will Crowther and later expanded by Don Woods in 1980. This game featured NPCs like dwarves and a pirate, who, while not overtly friendly, were integral to the game's progression and not purely antagonistic. The role of NPCs in shaping game narratives. As video games evolved, so did the role of NPCs. They began to serve more diverse functions, from providing information and guidance to being key elements of the game's narrative. For instance, in Donkey Kong, 1981, while Pauline played a passive role as Mario's love interest, her presence as a non-hostile character marked a significant step in character development in video games. This evolution continued with games like The Legend of Zelda, 1986, and Final Fantasy, 1987. In The Legend of Zelda, NPCs such as shopkeepers and wise men added depth and enriched the storytelling. Final Fantasy took this further by introducing companions who would accompany the player, creating a sense of camaraderie and enhancing the gameplay experience. The impact of friendly NPCs on gaming. The introduction of friendly NPCs transformed the gaming landscape. They allowed for more complex storylines and emotional resonance within games. Players were no longer just navigating through levels or completing objectives, they were interacting with a world that felt alive, with characters that could aid, guide, or enrich their gaming experience. Conclusion? The first friendly NPC in video games was not the product of a single game or developer but a gradual evolution marked by various milestones. From the basic interactions in early text-based games to the complex relationships in later RPGs, friendly NPCs have become an integral part of the gaming narrative, enhancing the player's experience by adding depth, context, and interactivity to the game world. This evolution reflects the broader trajectory of video games from simple entertainment to rich, immersive experiences, where characters and narratives play a central role.